Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video I'm going to talk to you about the Marchman Act and the right to counsel. So a couple of times when we've spoken to families, when we explain to them that at the treatment services hearing, which is sort of step 2 of the Marchman Act process, that their loved one is going to get a lawyer appointed to represent them. And this is one of the reasons I tell families that trying to do this on your own, I think it's very challenging. Not necessarily just the filling out of the paperwork, but now you go into court and your loved one has a lawyer appointed to represent them who's very skilled and experienced in handling these cases, and you don't have anybody. And I know that sounds a little odd, so that they get a lawyer and you don't, but that's the way the system's set up. And a couple of times families have said to me, well, why are they getting a lawyer, and a free one at that? Well, first of all, the statute says they are entitled to counsel, but more importantly, we're now talking about taking away their liberty. And so even though the Marchman Act is a civil process, right, typically initiated by a family against the loved one, there are certain constitutional rights that we would typically associate with a criminal case. For instance, the right to counsel. You get arrested, you are entitled to counsel, and the court will conduct an evaluation to decide if you meet the qualifications for the appointment of the public defender's office. You have the right to remain silent. Most civil proceedings, you don't have a right to remain silent. You do at a treatment services hearing under the Marchman Act. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You have a right to make the plaintiff or the prosecutor prove their case and meet their burden of proof. Now, in a Marchman Act, it's clear and convincing evidence. In a criminal case, it's beyond a reasonable doubt. But still, you can make the plaintiff or the prosecutor meet their burden of proof. And so you have these constitutional criminal protections applying in a civil proceeding. Quite unusual, but even though it's civil in nature, we're looking to take someone's liberty away, which is why they get court-appointed counsel. So I hope that clarifies that. I would love a thumbs up, and if you could subscribe to the channel, I'd be most grateful. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.